Thanks, Brian. Welcome to the first TCU Sports Report of the year. I'm Alexa Shaw, here to bring you the news from around TCU athletics. Before we look ahead, I wanted to recap the summer, and what better way to begin than with the boys of summer themselves. After dominating the competition and sweeping through regional and super regional tournaments, the Frogs found themselves yet again heading to Omaha for the fourth straight year. In Omaha, the Frogs put themselves in a tough position with an opening loss to Florida, but stayed alive by eliminating Texas A&M and Louisville, advancing to the national semifinals where the Frogs season came to an end in a 3-0 loss to the Gators. TCU baseball ended the season 50-18, the third most wins in program history. TCU men's tennis swept the regular season and the Big 12 tournament titles for the second straight year. And for the first time in program history, TCU was represented at the top spot in the singles poll as Cameron Norrie finished his career with the #1 ranking. Cameron had quite the summer after turning pro in June. He competed at Wimbledon in July and got his first slam win in the first round at the U.S. Open. Now transitioning to teams in season, TCU women's volleyball started out their 2017 season with a bang. They started at home and went 3-0, defeating UTSA, Coastal Carolina, and Rice without losing a single set. The team went on the road this weekend for the first time this season for the Florida State Invitational. They lost in their opening game 3-2 to Colorado State, responded with a W over UNC Asheville in straight sets, and closed out the weekend falling to number 15 Florida State. The Frogs will be back home tomorrow night to take on Duke at 6 p.m. Now on to soccer. TCU women's soccer is 5-1 with their only loss coming on the road to the University of Colorado. The Frogs' season opening debut on their new field was a success, averaging 5 goals per game and defeating ULM and UTSA to start the season. The Frogs' next home game is tomorrow night against Northeastern at 7 p.m. Our basketball program took a trip of a lifetime this summer, and to hear about the experience firsthand, I sat down with 2 players. I'm joined now by Ella Hellesy and Desmond Bain from the men and women's basketball team. Now, you guys, this summer, you started off the school year going to Australia, taking that trip. Ella, now you're from Australia. How was that trip taking your team home?
It was pretty incredible. Got to show the girls around my home, got the family could come out and watch me, so that was pretty special for me.
And I hear they actually got to go into your home, is that correct?
Yes, yeah,
So
they all came down and got to see my cat, meet the family, which was really cool.
It is pretty special because your teammates, they get to know you on the court, but now they get to see a little sneak peek of what you're like in your home. That's pretty special. And Desmond, how was the trip for you?
I mean, it was great. I mean, going overseas and going somewhere like Australia is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, and I was blessed to be able to do it with the group of guys I was able to. I mean, our team this year is just as close as brothers. So, I mean, I really think this Australia trip really helped us bond together, and those 10 practices are really going to be huge for us down the stretch.
So how was this trip kind of bonding with the teammates? How special was it to kind of get close in that way?
Yeah, it was really, like Desmond said, same with us. We're kind of like a sister-like relationship, so it was kind of cool having, I guess, 24 hours with each other and experiencing that like on the road thing that we're going to have to do during season. So that was pretty nice, and got to learn about new things about the new girls, and so it was really, really fun.
And Desmond, coming off of the NIT championship last season, how is the team looking for this year, and what are you excited for the season ahead?
I'm really excited. I mean, we bring back a lot of guys that were a part of that team last year. Obviously, we lose those 4 seniors that were huge to us and Josh Parrish. But we got some really good young guys that came in and a couple good transfers. So I think we're going to be special this year. As long as we stay together and keep working hard, I think we're going to be special. A lot to be excited about.
And Ella, you were saying clicking with the new girls on this trip. How is the team looking for this season?
You know, we had a young team last year, and I think that year and this Australia trip getting to click together, both like, chemistry-wise and then also like on the court, learning each other's habits and where to move when who has the ball and that sort of thing. So I think, yeah, looks good. Looks good.
Now, Ella and Desmond, I appreciate you taking the time to chat with me on your trip to Australia. Looking forward to a great basketball season ahead, that's for sure. Now, stay tuned, Horned Frogs Nation. There's more to come. Brian Estridge sits down with John Diarse and Coach Patterson.